Hey everybody, this is Eric with CR England. I just got hired on in phase 1 training. I'll tell you a little bit about the process. Last week I applied, got a call right away that everything was good to go. Come to Atlanta for training on Monday of this week. So Sunday I went to Atlanta, checked into the hotel. Monday morning I went to the CR England terminal and their driving school. I already had my CDL, so I didn't have to do the driving school portion of it. Got in Monday morning, went through all the paperwork, and then took the piss test and the driving test, which I passed just fine. I was ahead of the group, so they went ahead and let me do the orientation portion on Monday as well. Got that completed. They told me it would take probably 2 days for the piss test results to come back, and I would get the call that I was hired on Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. As soon as they opened up in HR, I got the call probably about 10:15 that I was hired, and that I'd be getting a call sometime within the next day or two to assign me to a trainer. By probably 20 minutes later, I got a call that my trainer had been assigned, and they gave me all of his contact information. I got a hold of him. He told me he'd be there at 3 o'clock. And he was. So he picked me up. We went over to the yard, dropped the trailer that he had, picked up another trailer that was loaded with plastic wrap, I believe, headed to Laredo, Texas. So he left out of Atlanta, drove just outside of Atlanta, and pulled into a Love's truck stop and said, "Okay, it's your turn to drive." So I was a little nervous, first time driving with a load on the highway. But I did fine. After about 15 minutes, he said, "Wow, there's no way you've not driven before." He said he felt perfectly safe and he was taking a nap. So I drove until 1 a.m. Salt Lake time, because CR England doesn't allow trainees in phase 1 to drive from 1 to 4. So I stopped at 1. He started driving again. We switched off and made it to Laredo, Texas, where we dropped that load with the customer. Went to the yard there and picked up the load we have now that's headed to Detroit. So a little bit about England training. Their phase 1, you have to do between 165 and 180 hours of drive time. Typically that can take anywhere from 3 to 5 weeks. My trainer said that we'll be done in 3 weeks because he doesn't stop, which has been true so far. So we're headed to to Detroit now. We are in North Little Rock. We left Laredo yesterday afternoon. So I'll post videos every few days or as often as I can. If anybody has questions, please feel free to let me know, and I'll check in again later.